Hey there guys, I'm Heidi with Heavenly Minded Homemaker and welcome back. Another Monday video going through and talking about things that have to do with being a keeper at home, living in your life and creating a home that is biblical, that is natural, and that is minimal. So those are, I would say, three of probably my favorite things. But I wanted to talk a little bit today about just God's natural rhythms. I know, the different seasons come with different, kind of feelings and ideas and focuses. And it got real cold real quick here all of a sudden in Western North Carolina, and it feels like winter. It doesn't even really feel like fall anymore. I feel like we finally got fall for a little bit, and now it just feels like winter. But I wanted to share a little bit just about the change of the seasons and what our family goes through, and just some of my favorite things that we look forward to and really welcome in this new season. So we're going to dive into that. So I did a video a while back on our homeschool vlog about the 5 ways that we welcome in the autumn season. So honestly, this is kind of just an extension of that. Maybe you saw that video. If not, maybe you want to go dig back. It was day 48, I believe, of our homeschool vlog. But kind of building off of that idea, because I think there is something so special about changing with the seasons and really embracing them and welcoming them, even if it's not your favorite season. As my husband has gotten older, he has decided that he hates the cold. Hates it. He wants nothing to do with the cold. But yet there's still something about the colder seasons that is to be embraced and enjoyed. Maybe you hate the heat, maybe whatever the case may be, there's still something in embracing and enjoying those different seasons, just like life, right? Ecclesiastes tells us, to everything there is a season. Right? You have the season when your children are young, and then they get older, and you reminisce and you miss about those times when they were little, and then, they're adults and you miss, all of that. I feel like it can be easy to get caught up in the things that we miss, the things of old, getting lost in nostalgia, which is not wise and is not a fruitful use of our time. But there is something about embracing the season that we're in and enjoying it for what it is in that time. And so I feel like the winter season is something that for our family, we really started to notice in our homeschool and just life in general, that the more we pulled away from the world, the more in tune we became with God's natural rhythms, with owning our own business, kind of stepping out of the standard 9-to-5 workforce and just different things, and then physically moving away from the city and out to the country more. We really started to notice a change in our family as we became more in tune with each season. And especially with the colder months, we really started seeing a change in our family rhythm with our homeschool, with everything. And so for us, it really is like a hibernation period that we go into this. You see that all of, God's creation, it goes into the state in the winter months of hibernation, of just a slower pace and more rest and things like that, that you see things, with the amount of daylight and all of the different, natural factors that we have. It really does make a difference. And so instead of continuing to fight that and go against that, we started to embrace that. I've shared with you guys, we don't use really much indoor artificial light. So when it gets dark earlier, that means we go to bed earlier or we sit in the dark, but those types of things really started to make a difference for us. So I just wanted to share some of the ways that we really start to embrace and enjoy the colder winter months here, looking at God's natural rhythms. That feeling of coziness and warmth and just, coming together as a family and all of that. I think so often that's what most of us, I think that's why we hold on to that idea of Christmas so tightly, because it's cold and it's cozy and family comes together and fireplace is going and the food and just fellowship and things of that nature. And for us, our family stopped celebrating Christmas a few years ago. And it was funny. I kind of had a chuckle to myself at first, because I was like, those things aren't tied to Christmas. Those things are tied usually to like the cooler weather. what is it, hygge? The hygge is what it looks like, but it's pronounced hygge, right? That idea that is just took the world by storm of, you know, having this just feeling of coziness and coming in and candles and blankets and thick socks, you know, things like that. It has nothing to do with Christmas. It has to just do with these winter months, the change of the season and our rhythm that comes with that. So step one of my favorite points would be just warm clothes. There is something so cozy about embracing the change of the season like warm clothes. I picked up some sweater dresses from a local thrift store, layers of sweaters and cardigans, big thick socks and boots, always a scarf. I mean, you're not doing colder weather if you're not covered in scarves. Scarves are an area where I have to check myself with minimalism because I will acquire way more than I need. But I think I have 1, 2, 3, 4, I have 5 scarves that I rotate between. 3 that are black, 1 that was made for me that are like browns and tans, and then 1 that's like a mustardy yellow. So I rotate between my scarves. Lots of sweaters, lots of things I shared on Instagram, and I need to do a new my winter or cold weather minimalist wardrobe video for you guys because I got some amazing thrift store steals that are just like, I think I am set for winter now. I'm pretty excited about it. But definitely step 1 of embracing God's natural rhythm would be the warm clothes, layers, scarves, all of those wonderful things. I hate to buy stuff. I hate, you know, just the idea of supporting Walmart in general, but those, what is it, the Sherpa or whatever, those like pullovers they have, they're like a big thick blanket in a jacket form. I want one so bad. Every time I'm in there, I like walk by and touch it because it's just so soft. But there's something about just wearing those types of things in the colder months that are just, they're just so exciting and so welcoming of the colder winter seasons. I think the next point really in following in line with that is just blankets everywhere. Embrace the coziness and have throw blankets everywhere that you would sit. We have them on our chairs, on the sofa, by the fireplace in a basket, extras on the bed, all of the different things. Having extra blankies laying around, and I'm telling you guys, hit up your thrift stores. The quilts and things that you can find that are just amazing quality that you would not get anywhere else, and you get them for next to nothing. It's just absolutely amazing the things that you can get in that right and have around, and just the coziness and the embracing the winter season that brings in. Like, you have to do it. The next thing for our family, besides dropping Barbies making a ton of noise, would be having a fire burning. I love having a fireplace. We have a big, huge fireplace, and just having wood stacked outside of the house and bringing it in and getting a fire. We get a nice big roaring fire going every morning and every evening when it's really cold, even throughout the day, but we have it there by our table. We feel very Little House on the Prairie about it. I love having a fireplace. If I couldn't have a fireplace, even getting one of those little space heaters that looks like a fireplace, which now you can get a lot more affordable than you used to be able to. I see them on like Facebook and Craigslist and things like that for sale all the time for a fraction of the price. But yes, baby, having the fireplace going, being cozied around the fireplace. Our family's entertainment in the colder months usually consists of us just sitting around the fireplace, reading books, talking, playing games, sometimes just sitting there and watching the fire. I mean, we literally have to like push the kids aside so we can get into it to tend the fire because we will just sit there. We live around the fireplace, and it really makes you understand and appreciate really all of time and how things worked and why people did that. Oh, we got mail. Hold please. The birthday fun is continuing. So, fireplace, gotta have it. Makes such a difference. If you have a fireplace in your home, utilize it, enjoy it. If you don't have one, I'm telling you, keep an eye out for one of those little space heaters. Even if you don't necessarily need a space heater, there's something just cozy about the fireplace going. Heck, I've even settled for having the fireplace video like playing on the TV. There's something about it. I don't know. You have to have it. Candles, candlelight, having candles going in your home just creates such a cozy atmosphere anyways, and I feel like especially during these colder months. I have a set that somebody gifted us that's so beautiful, and I have the timer set and they just automatically come on every evening and stay on. Lighting candles that we find, making candles. There's something about candles. I always try to look for obviously lead-free wicks, and soy is usually soy or beeswax candles is what I'm going for. Trying to find something as natural as possible because of course the cheap ones that you get in the store are really just putting toxic fumes off into your home. So I do definitely try to watch what it is that I am using and filling our home with, especially in the winter months when the windows aren't open, so everything really gets stuck in your house. That is a lot of toxicity that you're just kind of leaving in your air. But getting some good soy or beeswax candles or making them yourself, even something about having the artificial ones that you can turn on, that ambiance that is created with all the candles going is awesome. We even use olive oil lamps that we will put on the table and around the house, and things like that is just, it's just so cozy, which of course you'll see lots of when we get ready for Hanukkah this year, because Hanukkah's all about the lights. So that will be super duper fun. I am praying possibly we might even do some kind of like outdoor Hanukkah menorah or something like that. We haven't quite figured it out. We've been trying to see if we can whittle something together, but something to put that out and enjoy that. My next point here, let's see, I have them written down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5th point, baking. Baking and the foods that you cooked. Doing soups that you start in the morning and then just leaving them in the crock pot all day and letting everybody kind of eat from it as you go, and just smelling all of the good stuff. Baking all of the things, Olivia's helping. Baking all of the things, and the breads and the muffins and the cookies and the pies. Nothing says you are welcoming the colder weather months like baking. And just soups and stews and foods like that that just embrace, you know, all of this cold weather and warm us up and do all of that. So I think those are definitely things that we can do that really help us as we kind of move into this natural rhythm of the next season. And really for us, waking and sleeping with the day. We wake up a little bit slower, so we wake up, but it's cold, so we move a little bit slower, you know, in the morning in the winter months. We go to bed earlier because it's getting darker earlier, but instead of fighting against these natural rhythms and feeling this, we nap more, you know, we do lots of these things a little different when it comes to these colder weather months, just with what the season outside is kind of giving us, and listening to that natural rhythm, and hey, sure, let's call it quits. Let's go to bed early. You know, let's wake up and do these different things that kind of go with the rhythm of what we have going on. Did you bonk your head? Somebody needs a nap. Okay, you need a nap. Oh, yeah, I'm getting tired. Okay. I think let me set this down. My next point, my last point number 7 here, is even when it's cold and the colder weather is setting in, I think sometimes it can be so easy to just want to stay inside and not really even go outside because it's cold and you don't want to. But still sitting at the window and watching the natural world around us change, to see the changes in the trees, the changes in the animals and the plant life and things of that nature. Just watching the weather. Our kids, they can spot snow clouds from a mile away, right? Because we spend a lot of time just watching and noticing these little differences that God's intelligent design all around us. It does. It changes with every season. And so even bundling up and going out on a walk on days when you can, it's kind of nice to go out. Oops. Baby stole my tea. Now you want back up because you can't grab the tea? Going out even when it's cold, you know, and having a brisk walk and taking in all of these differences and these changes, and then coming in and getting cozied up by a warm fireplace. I mean, what better way to embrace God's natural rhythm and this change than things like that? And so I think we can get so caught up in material things and things of that nature when it comes to this change of the season, or just be grumpy and want to bah humbug the whole thing. But I think there are so many amazing little wonderful joys to look forward to in every single changing season, and especially embracing these colder months, just a time of hibernation, of relaxing, of really coming together and cozying up, being together, reading scripture, watching movies, playing games, laughing, sometimes just watching outside the window, watching the birds look for food, or watching the fireplace as it crackles and pops. There's just something so wonderful about that I love, 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 love embracing as soon as we get these colder months. Sure, I'll be looking forward to the warmth and the new life that comes out in the spring, but for now, going into this as just a time to slow down, to draw together, to bake and enjoy the simple things that we have to enjoy with each season. I feel like the winter months really, really, really showcase those things. So those are the 7 things that I most enjoy looking forward to as we move into these colder winter months, and just taking in God's natural rhythm that He has created for all of us. So those are some of my favorite points. Of course, I shared the autumn one a while back, and I'm sure there will be more things as we go forward, but I just wanted to share those with you guys today, as I know most of us are kind of starting to feel the change of the season. But I would love to hear your guys' favorite things that you love to do as you look forward to the change of the rhythm moving into the colder weather months. I think it's time for me to go try to get Little Miss to take a nap, but we will see you guys all next Monday for sure for our Heavenly Minded Homemaker series, and then of course working on a few different things throughout the week, and lots going on with the home church. So everything's linked down below if you have not checked it out already. Saturdays we do a YouTube live here on the channel at noon Eastern, so we'd love for you to come and chat and hang out with us. But otherwise, I'm ready to go get cozied up in front of the fireplace. We'll see you guys all later. Bye.